Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all. Beat flow. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter right. Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets? That's a close encounter of what kind? But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, you don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstated, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when the breath on the set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports?
Let's go, baby.
Quick, lady. Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Here's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now it's Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. Looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Switzer on the return.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Easy. Send him left.
On first down, it's Connor. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Oh, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd and short.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They'll try and run forward with Connor. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now it's Wilson, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Check. 50.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Here we go.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 57 yards on the ground. On the run is Connor. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time. A first down carry by Elliott. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Throwing on second and 14. Wilson. Flush to his right. That one complete to Elliott. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and they're going to face a third down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st and 10 is Counter. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Tackle made by Ziggy Ansah.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Seahawks,
Easy.
33-yard line.
Play fake to Counter. Now Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 15-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Counter. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Counter. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, but it'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Wilson now, throwing again. He's got his man, that's Josh Gordon. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 9.
This time, Wilson will throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
5 yards on the play.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. On first down, Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be second and 12. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season.
14, fight it.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 36 yards on the play. Now Elliott. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They run the counter. It's Carson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. On second down, Samuels. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Black 20, 50. Let's go, D. Let's go.
On third down, Roethlisberger. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. That's caught inside the 20. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. Roethlisberger now 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got a 1st and 10. This is Conner. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. To throw is Wilson. Out to his left. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. That'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wilson going to throw again. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. He's got Lockett.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from the 3-line. Now left side on the swing pass. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. 25 yards that time. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Wilson. Flushed out right. It's caught, Lockett. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Now Wilson on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes.
Maximum effort, partner. Minimal gain.
Yeah, minimal gain. Looked good, though. On 3rd down, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Well, they try to swing it on left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster. It's now 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
All day, every day.
Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Samuels, the ball carrier.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now Roethlisberger eluding the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon. Now it's Wilson. On the move to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here's Switzer. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Check the backer, check the backer. Alert.
Here's Wilson to throw again. That one going to be complete to David Moore. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. David Moore, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. There's Wilson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done. Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play. To throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Now Roethlisberger getting this one into the hands of Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Shaquille Griffin with a pick, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Rolling to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. How about the safety, Minka Fitzpatrick, swooping in for the sack. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Wilson. Being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
At the 27.
They go to Elliott again. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On 3rd down, Elliott. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. And he gets this away. And look at this. This is a good one. Now on the return. Oh, no, the ball is loose. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Seahawks, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to back. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights and no action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You could see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. If up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to back. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so